items coming into the Indianapolis race here, into the Indy 250. So pause me for going long. First off, James Shelley and Chris Washer will not be starting this race due to injuries they received at Illinois. We're expecting Shelley will be back for the round of Michigan next week, and we're expecting Washer to be out for a little bit. Sean Harper will be in the 14 car, and Tuomas Saarinen will be in the 5 car. We expect Saarinen to be hired in the second Ferrari next year alongside of Washer. ARCSOA CEO Stephanie Tilton has announced a few things about Season 18. One is the team listings. We have virtually a lot of new teams coming on, including a Carolina Motorsports team who ran the American 700. However, they are going with a brand new project using turbine-powered cars, so that will be very interesting to watch. They initially had Jake Baskinger hired, however, Baskinger, when he found out that they were turbine-powered, I think backed out of it. I think he expected Nissan to pick him up. A Red Bull developmental team is also in the works, as well as a few other situations. But the final news items is this will be the last season that Washington, D.C. will host the finale, as it looks like Fontana, which had the American 700 this year, will host the finale next year, which is kind of surprising, but I think a lot of, there wasn't as much fan support at DC, and the track was starting to fall into disrepair, so Season 17 will be the last time that we see this, that track on the schedule. Harple, who is filling in for the 14, has also been hired as the second Aussie Vineyards driver alongside team leader Zachary Fitzwater. Anyway, this race used to always be one of the biggest races of the year. They did offer one-off drivers an idea to come here that ran the American 700, except nobody really took it up. Hyundai was very interested in it, as they will have a full-time team next year. Worst kept secret on the paddock. However, they did not show up, and so yeah, that's pretty much it as we go down to the Indianapolis 250 grid, or as we go down to the Indianapolis 250 start. Jordan Davis is our pole sitter here at Indianapolis. His green flag is out as it looks like one of the Thunders is in the pit road in the back. That is, Chris Louviere has a problem already on the grid, but Baskinger already pulls out to a pretty good start there in the Ferrari. This could be Baskinger's best chance to win a race. That's Sean Harple in the 14 car we said earlier. There's Tuomas Saarinen in the 5. Those are the two drivers. Washer and Shelley are not starting this race. Washer's going to be out for a few, and Harple will be in only just for this race as Shelley recovers from injuries sustained at Grand Detour, at Quincy Motor Park Grand Detour. Looks like Carpenter is trying to go 3 wide. He just narrowly lost the Indy 250 last year. That's with Charles Sandberg. Sandberg's looking very, very poised to get a position here. He's been fast all weekend here at the Indy 250. However, very easily just gets to the high line. Very smart and wise, gets to the high line. There's Kenny Myatt, always dreamed of winning here at Indianapolis, still hasn't done so. Here's a few more of the spoilers in the field. Galligan and Durbin were relatively fast in practice, as well as they tried 3 wide there. That was kind of aggressive there. Looks like back there we also have Silver Fox, who's looking 3 wide. However, Silver Fox then decides to slot in behind Shelton. But right now, you've got to just take everything with P's and Q's. This is a 100-mile race at the biggest racetrack in the world. It very well could be a short race if you don't take it easy. Jordan Davis would start reeling in Jake Baskinger with help from Charlie Fabrosis. This is the battle for the lead coming up. We know that the 41 car has been one of the fastest cars at Indianapolis. The Ferraris always have been. And it looks like Jordan Davis is going to try and make a very nice move here. However, that Ferrari's got a lot of power, just not the best in the cornering here. However, right here, we might see how the 8 kind of dove down there. It looks like the 8 might be able to get to the inside, but he has to definitely shove up Baskinger up a lane like he did. But it looks like it's going to be 2v2 down the backstretch. 2 Red Bulls are going to help out each other, but it looks like the one went with Baskinger. Down the backstretch they go. Into turn number 3, it looks like Davis and Carpenter are going to take the positions away from Baskinger and Fabrosis.
Sean Harple's actually been quite quick today. He is going to be with the second rookie. He's going to be one of the rookies in the Aussie Vineyards team, which will be important to watch as Harple is getting some much-needed experience here in the Capnex equipment. Very good to see that, as Harple was quick in the American 700 and is quick here again. Charlie Fabrosis would be coming. Oh, that's Saarinen getting into him. Saarinen turns Fabrosis right up the track. Look out, look out, look out. Ow! Durbin is involved. Saarinen's involved. And further up. Oh, boy. We got some contact there. There's Spin Guy going around one of the Oricoms. Oh, we got a big mess further up the track. It looks like some more stuff going on further up. One of the Menturbities. That's if Anthony goes around. Will Lewis has some minor damage right now. Oh, look out. That one of the Visawolas nearly hit. Oh, Lamas with an amazing avoidance there. But big crash early on in this race. It's going to take out quite a few cars. We'll have to see that one again. Saarinen slid up into the one car. Not a whole lot of place for the one to go. The one is actually going to, or the 5 is actually going to slide right up into the path of Finn Guy. Or not into Finn Guy, I'm sorry, into Ike Durbin. So both the Durbin Sport cars would fall out here at Indy, which is a tough break because this is their home race, is the Durbin Sport cars. And neither of them are going to be winning the Indy 250. We'll have to see what happens further up the track. Both the Durbin Sports were running reasonably well here when this wreck came out. This, of course, Ike Durbin's going to get taken out in the first bit of this wreck, as you can see. Maybe. I think he was in that smoke there. But it looks like Silver Fox really just wasn't paying attention. It just turned him, really, in front of the field. And, oh, man, and Michaels took a pretty big hit there as well. So, Joshua Michaels not with a very good hit. This is Will Lewis's view here. The Menturvity of Jacob Anthony would hit Michaels, and around goes Will Lewis, and that's going to be a minor wreck, I think. I think Will Lewis should be able to continue. I'm not exactly sure if he did or not, but that's going to take out quite a few cars, actually, or really take them out of the running and make them probably dangerously slow. Randy Carpenter leads on the restart here as Jake Baskingers in second, followed by the 2 DNC cars. Davis had a slow pit stop and is desperately not running very fast, and Myatt's going to actually slot to the inside there. Back there is Galligan. So a lot of these guys that were battling for the points were taken out. I don't know if Lamas is still in this race or not. Lamas is still in the race, however, he looks heavily damaged. And might not be scoring points today, so this could be a nice points-paying day. This isn't a double points race like it's been in the past, however, it is still a very important race points-wise. Jake Baskinger will slide into the lead with Ian Dutta getting second with help from the 29. So we're going to start seeing this race take control of what's going to happen here at the most famous speedway in the world. As we're desperately going to find out who is going to be the fastest cars. There's one Ferrari left so far, and that's Jake Baskinger. If Baskinger can keep that car running, he's going to be a very serious threat to this win. And Baskinger's still looking for his first win in the ARCSOA Elite Series. Pretty much no one in the top 5 outside of him and Galligan have yet to score their first win. Harple's back there without one. Davis doesn't have one. And Duncan doesn't have one. Well, actually, there's quite a few that don't have their first win. Shaurat. Does Shaurat have a win? Maybe in the Netherlands, Shaurat got a win. I'm not exactly remembering right last year. I'm wondering... No, that was Vincent Allen, so Shaurat might have a win. I'm not exactly sure. But, what a place to win your first race would be here at Indianapolis. It looks like Carpenter is going for second place, but Dutta decides to close the gap. Dutta won here last year when Carpenter got wrecked by a lap car. Some slow cars. We got Eamon Staples on track, only going about 183. Got Zach Rogers going 205. Will Lewis, I think, just lost the pack. I don't think Will Lewis has that much damage. Just kind of got bogged down here. It looks like Ian Dutta is going for the lead here on Jake Baskinger, so this could, and that has help from Dutta's former teammate Myatt behind him. And Myatt's desperately, he and his teammate have been tied for points for the longest time, and neither driver's had a whole lot of luck. And well, Fabrosis got taken out again, which that won't be good either for his points haul. However, here at Myatt says he needs to capitalize here because Michigan is a dirt track, and Myatt really doesn't have that much experience outside of elites on dirt. So Myatt's using this as an advantage here in Indianapolis. He has to use this because some other drivers may have advantage on dirt next week. Sean Harple, I think, has the talent to be the next big star here in the ARCSOA Elite Series. He's running very well. It actually doesn't look out of his depth like we thought he might. James Shelley should be proud to see his car run well. It would be kind of embarrassing, though, to see if Harple wins before he would, but we will see if that happens in a bit here. As this group of cars is starting to pull away from Sean Angel, Showrod, Sanford, Duncan, and Collins, who are in this other group. So that's kind of what I think they want to see, is this kind of disparity. As it looks like Galligan gets help from his teammate Harple to take second position away. But Ian Dutta right now is kind of walking away with this at this stage because they're too busy battling for second behind him. However, that gap should close as they calm themselves down a little bit. I think the Catnex cars wanted some clean air, so they worked together to get up there. I'm surprised we're not seeing the Red Bulls trying to do the same. Eamon Staples would be black flagged as the field was catching him. I think that was a pretty clever move by ARCSOA to black flag him. Right as the pack was approaching him, they said that there was equipment dragging, which it kind of was. But they waited to make sure that he wouldn't slide up in front of traffic faster. However, as we were looking, he could play a factor here coming up as Dutta, the leader, is coming off of turn 4. And depending on where Staples is, Staples went across the start-finish line. I think they'll be safe right now to lap Staples cleanly. Yes, that looks like that will be the case. Staples will get lapped nicely and cleanly. Yeah, you maybe saw him on the top of the screen. However, there we go. Nice clean move by ARCSOA to keep some of these slower cars out of the way. Maybe we'll see a little bit more of that. Myatt and Sean Harple are right now losing the lead pack, so that won't be good for their hopes. However, it will be good for some of the leading hopes, as we still have the two DNCs and these two DNCs and the two Red Bulls in this pack. We can get the other Catnex up. We might have a nice team battle going on here. Maybe Myatt and Baskey are working together because they were former teammates. But right now seeing Myatt and Harple. Myatt's closing back in, but I don't think Harple really is right now. I think Harple's pretty much lost the pack. So Sean Harple, maybe some inexperience caught him out, or maybe it's being smart thinking that these lead back might wreck. 3 wide at Indianapolis is always one of those really risky things that you do when you really are starting to get desperate. Right now seeing that Myatt maybe is, as Harple's actually reeled back up to this pack because of the 3 wide. However, Myatt makes it stick, which is possibly the best, as lap traffic being Kankai checked may be a factor as some of the lower down cars are starting to hit. Maybe we can start expecting Ian Dutta to come in with maybe Baskey or some of these leaders. I'm thinking Davis is signaling. Yes, Davis is coming in. Myatt's coming in. Oh, yes, it looks like a lot of the people are coming in. I'm wondering about Alex Allen speeding, maybe. I don't think anybody else stayed out. Oh, yeah, Galligan's all by himself. So Sean Galligan, I don't think, could have pitted. I think they wanted to because the Catnex 44 crew was out on their pit wall. However, he's all by himself. He's probably going to lose this pack unless there's something really strange happens with the leaders. As here comes the two DNCs on pit road, as we're going to start seeing these lead lap cars. And we're expecting the 44 now to come in. But he didn't have any drafting help. He's going to lose a lot of time, I think, as he makes the move onto pit road. Maybe the only thing that I think he could really hope for was a caution, maybe, but looks like the two DNCs will lead off of pit road. Bad pit stop for Jordan Davis, lost a few spots, but comes out with his teammates. That might have been planned. Sean Harple with a dreadful pit stop, and Charles Sanford and Showrock got pretty good ones. They might actually get into the lead pack that way, as Angel pitted a lap early. He's going to probably slot up the order a little bit better. Galligan's in his pit box. We're looking back to see where the 0-0 is the leader. That is Ian Dutta. He is coming off the corner, so maybe Galligan played this right as he's already coming out of his pit box. So this might be a bit closer than we initially thought, but we shall see. Dutta is coming through turn 4. If I were Galligan, that was a pretty aggressive pit call, or really lack of chance, really, as there goes Dutta. Let's see what happens. You can see Galligan's on the infield, or it's on the in-road, access road on the bottom. He's definitely going to not get the lead out of this. However, he might get third out of it, which could benefit him dearly, as we're going to be watching to see if Baskinger catches them. It looks like the two DNC cars are going to work together to pull away from the field, as really that's pretty much their only bet. Wow, Harple lost a lot of spots. He's down to 12. So bad pit stop by Sean Harple, as we are going to start seeing, well, lap traffic's going to definitely play a factor, as the two China Dragons are going to be a factor. And Galligan, I believe, will actually latch onto this lead group, so maybe a 3-car battle for the lead right now. Well, the 3 lead lap cars got by the two China Dragons cleanly. However, Zach Rogers might be another story here. They're catching them at a pretty good location right now, so it looks like Alex Allen might try to make a move here. Okay, all 3 of them are making a move to the inside. Kind of, I think, the better option at this stage. Whoa, Galligan nearly wrecked the 18. But as the race continues onward, it looks like cleanly getting by some of these traffic, as we're looking at 4th place driver Jake Baskinger trying to get by the China Dragons. Myatt's currently going around San Yan Juan. Kai Chek is being passed by Baskinger. And Jordan Davis and Carpenter, I think their best bets to work together. However, Davis is going to get held up by Yan Juan. Wow, Myatt nearly wrecked the 0 cars, so that was an aggressive move, I'll say. Baskinger will get held up by Rogers a bit there. However, that's going to help Myatt out if he can get by Rogers cleanly. It doesn't look like Rogers is going to play nice, though. And that's going to arguably hurt Myatt's chances of catching this lead group, as the lead group is coming up to even Staples. They seem to be hitting these lap cars in a pretty good location, as they're going to be probably getting them down the backstretch. Oh, definitely down the backstretch. As it looks like the two DNCs are going to swap the lead. Looks like Dutta's going for it. However, I'm not sure what line Staples is trying to pick. It looks like he's blocking both. And, oh boy, that's an aggressive move there by Dutta to get by him, as Galligan's now probably going to get stuck back there a bit. Yes, that will be the case, but I think he should be able to catch back up drafting-wise. The next one is actually DJ Curtis and the two Visalolas. DJ Curtis has not had a fast car here. There's been problems with that car all week, and he's been about as slow as the Visalolas. This secondary group, because of lap traffic, is starting to work together, led by Jake Baskinger, Jordan Davis, or Jake Baskinger, Myatt Davis, are working pretty well together as, the two DNC cars are battling again side by side for the lead, and that's going to put Galligan up to them. As we'll see what they do with the two Visas. I'm not exactly sure what the Visas will do, as there's Will Lewis. They're really starting to get into heavier lap traffic, as it looks like Galligan is going to try and split the two DNCs, which could end up screwing their lead run over, except the fact that the secondary pack is battling as well. Race leader Ian Dutta has now caught the two Visalolas. Hopefully they don't try and pass each other down into turn 3, and it looks like that's what they're going to be doing. And it looks like this could be a very interesting situation. Maybe, looks like the first person that's going to try something will be Alex Allen. They're 3 wide. That's an aggressive 3 wide too. I don't know if I'd like that if I were Galligan, and that's why I think Galligan backed off and let the 2 go by. Myatt actually was reeling this group down, but he's now got to deal with the two Visas battling with each other, and that's not going to go very well, as Myatt is trying to the inside, maybe to get by. Yes, and is actually going to grab onto the back of Dutta, so Myatt maybe made this a 4-car battle, as they're going to come up to, leading 2 are going to come up to Will Lewis, and I believe that's DJ Curtis again, so... Oh, and now we got Galligan going to take the lead of the Indy 250. I think this is the first time Galligan has led this race, as pretty interesting to see that, as some of these other cars, that's Jordan Davis and Basking, are going to have to deal with the Visalolas. As Galligan leads. Now we're going to see what Captain Aggression can do with these 2 lap cars. We know he's not afraid to give somebody a little bit of a nudge, but when you're going 210 mile an hour down the straightaway, 215, actually more, you can go up to 220 if you're in the right draft here. That's not exactly a wise move, but it looks like Myatt's now looking low, but doesn't get anywhere. And for some reason, I don't think that one DNC car, I believe it's the 2, is very good at, it doesn't have a very good handling car. Isn't handling very well, and he is falling way, way back. Sean Galligan, as some of the field in the back have made attempts to go down pit road. It looks like pretty much everyone except Galligan again is going to come down pit road, so Galligan, I think, realized that his pit strategy actually was working, staying out by himself. We're thinking right now Galligan's got the fastest car on the track, and pretty much everybody else is pitting, so we'll see how this turns out. That last pit stop spread the field out, and really haven't seen that big caution fest that sometimes we can get out of the Indy 250 this year. We saw that one really big one take place, and after that we really haven't seen anything. So, yeah. However, Sean Galligan would get held up by Staples on his in-lap. So, Galligan's going to be in a pretty precarious position right now, unless if these guys get held up by Staples, which Staples is going to get by them. Myatt thrashes everyone out of pit road as there's some more of the group coming out. It looks like this is going to be a much more packed up turn this time around, as I can see this turning into a packed Baskinger with a really slow pit stop. And this should be another interesting run to see who will get away here as we're going to Sean Galligan. Galligan's on pit road right now. Left side tires. We'll see where race leader off pit road, the 9 is. He's coming off of 4, or he's coming on into 4, so Galligan's gotta really push it on the access road, and that's not a very smart thing to do. Oh yeah, Myatt's at the start-finish line going 215 by himself. So, and Galligan's coming out of the pit road. On board with Myatt now. There's Galligan. A little bit better, closer this time. Galligan may get this. Wow, I wouldn't have thought that, but maybe not. Myatt's coming up like a bat out of hell on him. But he's going to throw a block, and Galligan's going to get it right now. Closed up, but Galligan's got this at this stage. Is nice jump by Sean Angel up to 5th place on pit strategy. Good job by him. Problems for Charles Samper as his car's having mechanical problems. We're not sure exactly what, but they're saying it might be something electrical. And Charles Samper is right now not in a very good situation at this stage. So tough break for him. At the halfway stage, Kenny Myatt had gotten by Sean Galligan. Myatt would lead at halfway. And Sean Galligan 2nd, Alex Allen 3rd, Ian Dunn 4th, Carpenter 5th, Angel up to 6th, is battling with the 2 Red Bulls. That's, right now, I think the fastest pack on the track at this stage as we're going through the order. We're looking at 42.7s, 42.6s, so the DNCs are pulling in a little bit, 42.8s. So right now, the leaders are the fastest. However, if the 2 Red Bulls work with the Porsche, they could become one of the fastest on the track at this stage. However, the leaders will have to deal with the 2 China Dragons again, and that means the beginning of more lap traffic is going to be a big factor now. So we shall see how this turns out. Myatt would get held up massively by the China Dragons, as so would Galligan. So this is going to really help the, the 2 DNC cars, who are going at a nice 222 miles an hour into this, and it looks like the other China Dragons not playing nice either. Myatt kind of gives the, San Yan Juan a nudge there, telling him, get out of the leader's way. And I wouldn't keep doing that if I were the China Dragons. Some of these cars, this is not a track to be messing around with, so Myatt really should have done that. Oh, boy. Well, the 2 DNCs aren't going to catch them this time, as the China Dragons go side by side. And I think I saw the middle finger go out to Kankai Check, I believe that was, from Alex Allen. So we shall see how this again turns out, as Myatt and now Galligan did do 43-second laps. However, I'm expecting that these guys will get into the 44 cars, maybe. The two DNC cars. We're looking at the two. These cars are right now, I think, the fastest on track. However, they have yet to get by the lap traffic of the China Dragons, as definitely 43s. And now we're going to see what Galligan can do. Galligan's looking to set up Myatt, maybe, and use the 18 as a little bit of a help here. However, Myatt clearly sees that, and oh, we might have a yellow out. Yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. One of the action terrorists around, and looks like Lamas went up into him. Oh, boy, Will Lewis is in it as well, so Lamas is out, and I definitely saw Skavnicki get a big piece of it as well. We'll take a look at it again as the field comes back around to take the yellow. Here's it looks like Galligan's trying for the lead here, but it looks like Myatt's going to get it, and we will see what happened to the 66. Looks like Kyle Collins would just dump the 66. Around the track he goes, up it, and right here is, I think, where he's going to just bring it down pit road, except the fact that Lamas would hit him. And then further back, we've got Skavnicki, who's really not paying attention, would run right into him. And all three would, I believe, fall out of the race. So a couple more added to the melee mix is Myatt, and here's Myatt and Galligan going quite slow through that area. They didn't want to get any debris pickup, so... But Kenny Myatt will be leading under this yellow. Kenny Myatt's going to lead on the restart. There are a couple of slow cars on the inside line, so pretty much, I think for the leaders, this is going to be a battle of who can get to the inside fastest, and who knows, we could see wrecks because of it. Green flag is out. We didn't have a lot of lap traffic on the first restart. This one's going to be a bit different, and we're definitely seeing some cars, some vast disparities in speed as Myatt's going to be able to pull away there and get to the inside. As is the two DNCs, surprisingly enough, and that's not good because DJ Curtis is going to slot up, block both lanes with lap traffic, being the two Aussie Vineyards. So that really wasn't a very smart move, however, that's going to hold up people like Carpool who need to catch up to some of these cars, and definitely Baskinger is having a very difficult time getting through some of this lap traffic. Oh, Baskinger's getting into some contact, and oh boy! There's Collins is in it. Looks like Lewis got a big piece of it, and one of the China Dragons, Shelton, I don't know what Shelton and Staples are doing. They're really angry with each other, and I think Shelton just showed displeasure there by moving Staples and Kajcek up. Staples, I don't know what they were doing, but let's see that wreck again. So here it is again. Collins is going to go low here. There's a China Dragon in the middle. Collins doesn't clear the China Dragon. There's some contact. Collins tries to save it. There's where that would be Bob Jones would get a piece there. And out of the race goes Collins. I think Bob Jones might continue onward. Galligan's going to slot through this here. And then we're going to have to see where this incident between Staples and Shelton was up to. Right there. Oh, man. It looked like, I don't know what was going on there. Staples goes low into the grass, kind of sideswiped Shelton for that little contact they had. Shelton doesn't like it. They're both fighting with each other right now. The China Dragon gets into it, and Shelton just says that's enough, and just moves the 17 out of the way. So, I don't know what that was about. I think both of them are going to be called to the steward's office to see what that little tay-tar-tay was about. Sean Galligan, however, would have some very serious issues. Both Kathnex cars would have issues at this stage, and, well, both would actually fall out of the race, the Kathnex cars. Both were thinking computer problems, so tough break for the Kathnex guys. I thought Galligan and Harple were definite contenders for this win, but computer errors were going off in their cars, and that's not good if you want to have a, well, race-winning caliber car. Also some issues back there for the Aussie Vineyard, as you can see. On the green flag, Ian Dutta would lead over William Duncan. These two cars didn't pit. And Alex Allen is in third with Myatt in fourth. They're going to have to stay to the outside line. Duncan is doing his best to try and keep up in the lead group, as Duncan is still on the lead lap in second position. So Nice to see William Duncan doing so well here as, oh boy, that's a close-knit pack there. I don't necessarily like it. And Shelton, instead of, because of that whole mess with Staples, is actually in a pretty good position at this stage, with the exception of the 29 not wrecking the 07, which was darn close to happening there, as some of these lead lap cars are being held up in this slow damage lap traffic here. Interestingly enough, Baskinger, we're seeing Sean Angel and Shalrod, I believe, is on the lead lap still. Yes, she is. So Marian Shalrod doing a fantastic job here. Looks like the 8 right now is the big loser here. Jordan Davis in the Red Bull is not returning to Red Bull. Not sure where he is going, but actually, I think he's going with Durban Sport next year. So in the Durban Sport Jackal, which Lycos got bought out by another group called Sanctum. So we won't be seeing Lycos on the grid. It will be now Sanctum Jackal. So the Durban Sport team is going to be doing a nice job there. As we go further up, there's a tight pack here with Baskinger. Wow, Silver Fox is still on the lead lap after getting involved in that first lap mess, or in that lap 9 mess, and doing a nice job from what it looks at it. Shelton got through the pack as well. However, the two DNC cars are effectively working with each other. Myatt and Duncan have kind of fallen off the back of the Apple truck there. Maybe Jessica Shelton will help them both out and get back up to the leaders. Behind that, we're actually seeing a pretty nice battle here with Carpenter, Silver Fox, Shalrod, and Baskinger's kind of leading that group. Further back, we're seeing Jordan Davis and Sean Angel. So as we go further back, I don't think anybody else is on the lead lap. So good to see these guys doing a good job. As we're going to see who is the last car on the lead lap, and it looks like that will be Jordan Davis, and this last car on the lead lap is going to be rotating who is on the who doesn't get points, who does. Sadly for William Duncan, though, he is falling backward ever since the restart. He's down to 5th right now. However, it was a nice risky call there by Duncan, staying out, and I reward him for that. Good job. I applaud that team for that move, as Louvier, I think, went into the pits before the race started and never returned. So, Team Thunder, or Thunder Motorsports, has been having a lot of issues this year, and it's good to actually see them in the points, but every time they've been in the points, they seemingly have been taken out by some phenomenon or whatever. And maybe this is their race. Maybe. Problems now for James Silverfox, as he has a computer glitch. We're hearing these computers aren't liking how high the revs are on this track, and James Silverfox is now going through the same problem that we're hearing the Cathnexes did, and Charles Sanford for that matter. So, a lot of computer errors, believe it or not, which is kind of surprising, because these computers have been surprisingly reliable this year. That was one of the main issues coming into this season, where the brand new onboard computers are new this year, and this has really been the first time we've seen these guys having problems with the ECMs. So, we'll see how this turns out. So, tough break for Silverfox, and the other guys inflicted by it. Here comes Alex Allen and Ian Dutta into the pits. Everybody else on the lead lap, I believe, stays out with the exception of Duncan, who hit even a lap earlier. Myatt stays out. He doesn't have a lot of help, however. Myatt stays out. But these guys do as well. I think he can afford to actually fall back to them and catch up. They will have to make at least one more pit stop, as William Duncan's the one I'm worried about maybe losing out big here. But we will see how that turns out as the two DNCs are on pit road. It looks like Myatt's actually staying out again, which is surprising, as, well, it looks like pretty much everybody's staying out again. Maybe the two DNCs are having computer... No, they're back out on track, so... we're looking now to see if there's different pit strategies going. I'm thinking they're worried that the two DNCs might have to make 2 pit stops, which, if I'm doing the math right, you can get about 17 laps on a pit stop. Or 16, we'll go 16. 32 laps, 74. That should be enough to make it. But, oh no, maybe not. That should be enough to make it on 1 more. But maybe they're just playing it safe here as we go up to see Myatt, them stay out again. So definite pit strategy changes going up here. So the one that's probably hurting the most is Myatt, who's going to lose, I think, a big advantage when he has to end up pitting. Shelton makes the bite down to pit roads out of the lead lap cars, so I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to do here, but especially with, well, see if the 9 makes a move this time. I'm thinking he's going to have to, because he's got to be running low on gas. Same with Red Bulls and the, oh, I believe Myatt is motioning that he is pitting. Yes, he is. Myatt is coming down pit road. 9 crew's ready. Doesn't look like Jordan Davis and these guys are, though. So Myatt makes a move onto pit road. And nobody else really makes a move either, so Myatt is going to be by himself there as Alex Allen and them have to make up a lap on Myatt as they're going to blow Shelton away as they're passing Shelton already. So Jessica Shelton, I don't think will be winning this race unless the caution comes out. If he stays green the rest of the way, I think it's going to be the 2 DNC cars at this rate. Let's see if there's any motion here from the new leader, Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is staying out, however, the other 2 are coming in. So Jordan Davis, pretty much everybody else is coming in. So Jordan Davis is desperately trying to get as much fuel as he can out of this car. Here comes Myatt out of the pits. Myatt was in 3rd, I believe, behind the 2 DNCs, and it looks like the DNCs are going to blow him away. Or at least that's Allen. There's Dutta. As we're going to go on the rear camera of Myatt. There's the other DNC. They're the DNCs. They're going at about 200 mile an hour right there. And yeah, they're pretty much gone at this rate. The 2 DNCs are. But we'll see. And I think that is the 8 is making a move for pit road. And right now, we're not seeing any movement off of them coming off of the pit road. So looks like the DNCs are going to have a pretty large lead here, as Randy Carpenter, Jake Baskinger, and are going to be coming off the pit road with help from these 2 guys. And there goes the 2 DNCs blasting right by them. And actually, the 9 made a pretty nice pit stop, the 9 crew did, and is going to gain quite a large margin as well. So the interesting one is, let's see where Duncan falls in. Duncan is going to fall behind this group, kind of where he was running. Shelton's further back. Jordan Davis now is the last car to make the final pit stop, and as we're looking, they're coming off 4 already. So Jordan Davis is going to lose a ton of time. They quickly rush that car out of pit road. However, I think the pole sitter is going to desperately fall back positions. This is Alex Allen, the race leader, blasts by. Ian Dutta in 2nd goes by. Myatt goes by. Myatt is going to go by, it looks like. Look off the rear here. He might catch up with his teammate Carpenter. The Oracoms, maybe. He's got to gain speed, though. No, I think they're going to get him, too. There goes his teammate. There goes Baskinger. There goes the Oracom. Oh, no, he might have gotten the Oracom. Nope. I thought he might have pipped the Oracom, but looks like he's going to slide in between the 34 and the Shawrock car, as Alex Allen's got a pretty big lead at this stage over Dutta and Myatt. We will see. The 2 DNC cars have been pulling away. However, it looks like they're going to be dealing with the lap traffic of that Bob Jones. No problem for either of them. Dutta, I think they slowed up a bit there. They didn't even lose a 10th. They only lost about a 10th there, as Myatt's pretty much all by himself. Can't do a whole lot here, as there's the 2 Red Bulls. They're too busy battling with each other. Well, they're betting on maybe getting another caution. However, I'm not too sure about that. I think that was a lot on their part. The DNC played the caution right, and pretty much there was nowhere for them to go, really. I mean, no one really worked together in a appropriate manner, and now we got the 2 DNCs going at it. Ian Dutta's going to try and go for 2 in a row, I think, here in the American 700. They're going to try and get by. That is Yan Wan blocks. Yan Wan blocked there and is desperately holding up. However, Yan Wan eventually thinks better of it and makes the move. Looks like Rogers is going to do the same, just goes to the high line, but it looks like Dutta is going for the lead now, with only a handful of laps to go. DJ Curtis is going to be a lap car to watch. DeLeo is as well. Dutta could make the move work. Nobody's really up with Myatt, so Myatt right now is struggling because he can't really hold his position well here. Down the straightaway, though, Myatt is going to probably blast by the 66 car, or by the 27 rather, and take the position away as we look further up there. Sanyan Vaughn and Zach Rogers. So we are looking to see who can make a move here. I mean, I'm not seeing a whole lot anyone can do about these DNC cars other than two DNCs battling it out. However, we're maybe not a team. Oh, yeah, now they're pitting. A little bit of a late commitment there by Dutta. Myatt's going to stay out, but I'm thinking Dutta might be played here. Or I'm thinking they're going to try and play them here. I'm not exactly sure, however. However, to play a little factor into this, the debris caution will fly in the middle of pit cycle. I don't think they lapped zero. Did they lap them? Oh boy, the two DNCs got lapped! Oh, but I think Myatt and them are going to have to pit. Now it's going to be a thing is, will they put the two DNCs on the tail end of the lead lap? Oh, they're blasting by. They're not even, they didn't take the yellow, so they can go by effectively and retake their position because they never crossed the line. Their pit boxes were beyond the start-finish line. So, oh man, a little bit of controversy there. I don't know. Were they allowed to do that? Is my question. The two DNCs just blasted by. I mean, this isn't even close how this was. And they just blast by, not even attempting to slow down. I thought that seems fishy that they're allowed to do that. I don't know if that's legal or not. We'll see. They're saying they're going to investigate that after the race. The Indianapolis 250 is going to come ahead here. Looks like virtually the field is going to go underneath the China Dragon. I think they saw that coming. And it looks like the DNC's, looks like Angel's going to get held out there. Angel got forced to the high line, is stuck behind the DNC's, and is going to fall all the way back. Maybe slot behind the 8, yes. But I think Angel's hopes are pretty much over as the two DNCs are battling. Myatt is there. I think Myatt's looking for second now. There's Davis, or there's Carpenter back there in fourth. Myatt's trying to sell Allen a dummy here. This could be important. Myatt's never won Indianapolis. Allen almost won the American 700 here a few years back until he got taken out. And now we're seeing Baskinger and Carpenter playing a big factor in this. It looks like Davis is going to have to get all the help he can get now to really close in, as this is going to come down to a final battle, as it looks like Dutta is going for second now. Sells Myatt a dummy, and Myatt's going to fall back here, as here comes Randy Carpenter now. Carpenter got screwed out of the win with 2 to go last year. I don't think he'll be trying that one again. There's going to be no lap car this time around, I don't think. And it looks like Carpenter, I think Myatt's going to be out of it, but those two DNC cars, they have taken off. But are they legal? Are they legal? Was that move legal, what they did under caution? And it looks like there are some protests already forming from Discover Ohio's already protesting them, as are Red Bull. So there's already been protests lodged against what the DNC cars did. Oh, Baskinger's got a problem! Angel's got a problem too! They hit debris! They're out! They're out of the race! They're out of this win! So Jake Baskinger, white flag is out for the DNCs. Dutta's going for it now. However, like I said, was that legal? Third place could be a battle here between Jordan Davis and Kenny Myatt. This could be the battle for the win here. Dutta is in the lead. However, with the protests becoming a large here, I don't know. Here comes Alex Allen's going to try and make a move on the inside. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Ian Dutta's going to try and go 2 in a row here at the Indianapolis 250. Checkered flag is out Ian Dutta wins it. However, not 15 minutes after the race had finished, it was declared that the two DNC cars did make an illegal move, and Jordan Davis would claim the Indy 250 away from Kenny Myatt in second and Randy Carpenter in third. The two DNC cars got a lap taken away because what they did was deemed dangerous and inappropriate. Actually, no, we're hearing they did not have the right to go by, and they were dangerous about it. So the two DNC cars would get disqualified, and Jordan Davis is your Indianapolis 250 winner, a first-time winner here with Jordan Davis. Congratulations to him. We will now see what he does.
At the foothills of the Appalachian chain, down through the rivers to the coastal plain, there's a place that I call home, and I'll never be alone, singing this Carolina love song. I've got South Carolina on my mind, remembering all those sunshine summertimes, and the beauty of the autumn when the leaves turn to gold, touches my heart and thrills my soul. To have South Carolina on my mind, with those clean snow-covered mountain winter times, and the white sands of the beaches, and those Carolina peaches. I've got South Carolina on my mind. I'm grown now with a family of my own, in a place that all my kids are calling home. And I love this life I'm living, and thank God for all He's given. And my heart sings this Carolina love song. I've got South Carolina on my mind, remembering all those sunshine summertimes, and the beauty of the autumn when the leaves turn to gold, touches my heart and thrills my soul. To have South Carolina on my mind, with those clean snow-covered mountain winter times, and the white sands of the beaches, and those Carolina beaches. I've got South Carolina on my mind. I've got South Carolina on my mind. I've got South Carolina